Welcome to my shop. This is Jim, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We're working on a project. Come along, have fun. I'm turning down the handle. This is going to be like a two-step process. So I'm going to have to make it longer. And what I'm doing is roughing the handle out down to where I want it, roughly 750. This is a spinning handle. This is a 1-inch piece of aluminum. I got a WWMG 332 trigon in that I've got some. One of the holders is featured in one of the videos of machining down. This is just a regular tool holder that you would find normally in a CNC lathe that I've machined to fit my VXA block. So I'm about 830 now. I'm shooting for 750. And what's going to happen is I'm going to have to flip this over and turn it both directions. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to put a taper on this somewhere in the middle of it. A little taper like these handles. So right now I'm at 830. So that's 830. That's 30 to 800. So that's basically 80 thousandths. 20. That's 40. That's close to 80 thousandths right there, and it should leave me about 20. I'm going to hit it around 750, then I'm going to flip, I'm going to actually pull the part out, cut it off to the length I'm needing, flip it over, turn the other end. I decided to pull this trigon out to use it today too, just to experiment with it. Mainly because it's a little smaller insert. Maybe I get a little better chip break on my aluminum. I'm telling you, these metric dials on these lathes will drive you nuts. The screws and how they work. I'm really trying to hit something. I pull this out. I'm just trying to sneak up on it. This is why I wore this little indicator stand for it. This way I can dial it in and really get close. So I'm taking about 20 thousandths aside off, about 40 more thousandths. So we're getting close to that 3/4 size. I'm trying to hit this on a nominal. I've already welded the handle and this over cooling as we speak. So I gotta knock the BBs off and whatever. I'm about close enough. That's 755 right there. That's why you don't want to move a lot. Okay. Now I'm gonna set this up to cut it off, and it will turn. We'll flip it over and actually turn it. And what you'll notice, there's some blue Dykem, and what I've done is made a little mark. I need to get something here handy, and it ain't handy. Well, we'll do what we got to do here. Okay, that way it'll let me kind of know. See, I got to do this. See, it's got to be this long, or longer actually, because it's got to be countersunk. So it's just simpler. I'm going to just turn it down. I know it's going to have to flip it to turn it, and I'm actually have to drill this sucker. Like, kind of weird, but getting small enough drills So we want to cut this off about right there. And so we'll set the cutoff up. And so that way I can I'll cut it off a little longer. See, what's going to happen is with this being machined, I want it to be about right here or something of that nature. So give me a second. Well, while the camera's running, we'll flip this over and turn it in just a minute. So we'll set this up to do the cutoff. Usually on aluminum I'll go a little hotter. So I want about 200 RPM. Usually I'll go hotter on aluminum than I will anything else. I always cut aluminum off with steel, oil. And what I'm doing here, set this on the shoulder. I'm just using the wrench and I'm giving myself a little room to face it off. And there, what we'll do right there. Let me get some cutting oil up here. Get the lathe fired up. Here we go. I'm just going to engage the power feed. I always use my power feed, by the way. I always do. It's just my habit and it works good for me. Your mileage may vary, as it said. See, I'm going to turn back around and I'm going to flip this off and machine this right off. And I tell you, a lot of times, and a lot of the stuff that you see on these videos, a lot of these guys, and most of us, if we're doing this stuff for a hobby, we're not really trying to do the most expedient method sometimes. I mean, if you was going to make something like this, you would probably find your stock closer, to be buying the right stock, stuff like that. Where you see a lot of guys on YouTube just go out to scrap pile or collecting material and whatnot over the years and done it that way. Alright, now I admit to that one. That's my deal. And a lot of and the truth of it is, when you really want to get right down to it, is, you know, I do this for enjoyment. This is my retirement enjoyment, for lack of a better word. And I've never, well, I hate to fish. We don't even want to go there on the fishing subject at all. Alright, now let's get turned back around, re-geared up to turn this, and I'll bring, I am going to show you something. If you'll notice, there's some blue Dykem here. And let me, I know, Mr. Pete never had to make nothing for a living much. Some shops is really fussy about air, to be honest with you. I never, when I first went to work, the shop I had didn't have that much air available. I mean, you had like one air compressor. Okay. Now, granted, your chuck's got run out in it, and I will tell you that. Everybody knows it. So, basically, back to 800. And what I do with a $3 truck to mitigate the problem is an old trick I learned from Bill Simpson many years ago. But I just use a little Dykem. Is that you'll notice I put Dykem on the part and kind of marked it. So the idea here is just to get it close. Again, I'm going to come back on one side of this part. And I'm going to turn it just going to run down this thing real quick, knock it down. So just kind of eyeball it and get it close, because we're going to return this thing and knock down anyway. So I'm just making this, and this will be the end we'll drill. We're going to drill and bore these. This will probably be the end that I'm going to cut the paper off on, to be honest with you. So I can kind of disguise what's going on. So if I don't hit this exact, I'm just going by iron. I'm just trying to blend it. All I'm doing, because I'm going to. This is the end of the. And I'm going to put it back in, and we'll cut a paper too. So if it's not perfect, it's not going to make. That's just a little smaller, but that'll be fine. Because what's going to happen here is this is the end. I'm going to run the taper back so far up on the part. Alright, I'm going to set up and find a drill and all that good happy stuff. We'll be right back. Center drill. And be right back in a split second. Alright, now we're going to drill this, and this is a V letter drill. We're going at 600 RPM, and we're going to just go in, and that's what I'm saying. I've measured it, and again, I'm not trying to read this stuff. So, just want it good enough to where it spins. You know, I've made a handle for, like the handle on my wrench. If you've seen the video of the making of my speed wrench that I use on the mill and my vise, you'll notice that it's made. I made the handle for it. I think it's a little bigger than this one's going to end up being. But I had a bigger shoulder bolt. I have a few shoulder bolts that actually came from my old employer. They either thrown away, or some of them actually went down to the bolt bin and grabbed. We're lucky where I live about that. There's a fast mill fairly close by. I'm going to tell you, I'm becoming a less and less fan of fast mill. I needed a line for my mill, and I go over to the fast mill for some fittings. And where it was hydraulic, the fast mill guys, the guy that was in the store, he wasn't a hydraulic expert, and he said, I don't know if I can order you this or not, and I will have my manager to call you. That's been nearly a week ago. Haven't heard from the manager yet. Somebody who drops the ball like that. I done some research, and I've got a piece of video that that you may not see yet, that I've got the lines and stuff. I ordered the stuff from a company in Charlotte called Lubrimation, who handles a lot of metric fittings, and they sent me the stuff. The trouble was with the line, I had to buy a roll of line, 25 foot. But I got the fittings, and actually the guy sent me the females instead of the males. So I wasn't really come out as what I needed. So what I'm doing here is I'm drilling this, and I probably have to flip drill this. And I want to drill it all the way as much as I can in one direction here, because this will be the main body of where if the other drill is not exactly true and matches up, instead of trying to drill it 50-50, if I had a reamer, that'd be the way to go, drill it 50-50 and ream it. I don't have a reamer, so I'm kind of stuck with what I'm dealing with. Again, I'm using diesel fuel for my coolant. I tend to like that. It's a little oilier on aluminum from WD-40. And I just put a little bit of cutting oil in it, color it. Like I say now, when I do cut off, when I'm cutting stuff off, I still use regular cutting oil. I just want that lubrication. So, but as far as it's like this operation, and see, then I'm also taking the acid brush and cleaning the drill. This is a little involved process to drill a deep hole in aluminum, especially if you don't have a lot of high flute drills and long aircraft drills. And I'm a hobby guy, you know, truthfully, even though I've got training, I'm a hobby guy. And the truth of the matter is, like most of you that would be watching this video if you was going to be into the hobby, and see, I'm running out of drill room. I've done drilled approximately 3 inches. And I need to go all the way up the end of the flutes, and this is what's going to make this tough. And I know this is going to make for a long video clip. So, but it can't, it might be instructional a little more. So what you try to, and one of the problems you have with this lathe especially, is keeping the tailstock good and tight. That's something else. I really want to, I may end up making me a new flat bottom that's longer, but I squeeze more. So what you got to kind of peg drill, and I don't want, I can, and I still might do it. Do the tailstock drill deal. I'm going to put a tool in the head and drill. For something like this, it would be great because you wouldn't be limited to what your tailstock gives you. I tell you, I'm in there approximately 3 inches. So what I'm going to do now is take you off the camera, flip the part back over and drill me a cross hole through the other side. I won't video that, but that's basically what I'm going to do. Sorry, the case of the Mr. Screw. And this aluminum, I don't know, I don't like that. It's flexing a little bit. And it's just going to have to be adjusted. And the only way to, this one bottoms, I'm going to have to cut some off. So I'll be right back. Alright, I've shortened the bar up. Basically what I done was cut a little off the end. And the way I done that is I took my little Harbor Freight tool. And see, I've only got about a 1/4 inch to work with here. So, chatter, anytime, you got a tool that's going to flex. So, I got to see kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to clean it up. And once I get it cleaned a little bit, we'll measure it. See what the size is. We're looking for a little over a 1/2 inch. All right. We only got just a little bit. Let me set up now and we'll get to it. We'll do our thing. It's really okay. So that's why I wanted these bars for. You see this how handy it is once I get all the bugs out of them. So I actually need approximately 70 thousandths more out of this to work. So what we're going to do, that's 70 thousandths, so that's 35. So we're going to take 20 at a time. Not going to be greedy. Even these little bitty bars like this. Check to see where I'm at. I'm going to go in there and flatten the bottom and all after I get done. But alright. That's a 1/2 inch. Dead on it. So now that's another 20 thousandths. Just a little bit, and I will zero it when I do the finished board. That bar could used to be a little shorter actually. The problem with these the smaller you get these bars, the more nested, the more it's got to be nested up, that overhang rule. Yep. We're about 535 and we want about 555, so we got about 20 thou to go. I'm going to take, I'm going to sneak up on it 10 thousandths at a time. This is not a super accurate. So I need about 5 more thousandths. I'll be pretty close. Let me check the screw. But according to my measurements, yeah. Won't fit the float in there, so that should be 10 thousandths more. Oh, I'm going to do something. I'm going to carry the bore out. I'm not going to power bore in, but I'm going to power bore out. I'm just going to check it with the screws, see if that fits in there like I want it to. Yep, but I'm not deep enough. As you see there, it is. That's got to be deeper. So now we got to go back in. What I'm going to do is just go in and hit the bottom. And check it. I miss. Yeah, sometimes you're just doing a lot of this by eyeball. So we got to go a little more. So yes, we want that screw's got to be flush. And so that's the secret, getting it flush. Usually I do a better job of this, but I just didn't this time. I'm going to take just a little more off that bottom. I want that bottom to be good and down in there. Nice and flat at the bottom, boring bar, and then I've got a little bit of a 10 or 15 thousandths relief, and there's that screw. I want to go a little more. Of course, see, you got a little bit to play with, and you want to leave a little bit, so that'll work for me right there. So now that's done. Alright, we're going in. And I'm going to using about a 3-degree paper to do this. This won't take enough off to more or less blend it in. And still trying to blend that spot out. Once I get that spot blended out, that's all I'm after. So really the size of this is more of an appearance thing. Right there is going to work for me. Pull this polish out right up. Let me find a little Scotch-Brite piece and we'll polish out the Scotch-Brite and polish good. I didn't happen to have a piece of Scotch-Brite handy. I had to go grab a new piece right here. Alright. That gives us our handle that we're looking for right there.